Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Devil's Logic Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called Passing Helles. It says German style lager, which it's a Helles lager, and it is 4.8 ABV. There's no description of what hops or malt are in this. I'm guessing it's not a huge list because it's usually pretty simple beer. Not had this before. I don't think I have. I had some beers of theirs when I went there, but I don't remember having this. So you can see it's almost completely transparent. The head, it was a small white head, but it dissipated pretty quickly, which is not necessarily a good sign for this style. Doesn't smell bad though. I do get like the first initial thought is like sourdough bread. Um, there's some like floral. There's some floral hop notes in there. Almost like a little bit of that like permy hair salon character that you can get from wit beers too, which is kind of strange in this style. But and then it's a little bready too. Doesn't smell bad. It's pretty good. Up front, it's kind of it has that like sweeter grapey character that certain pilsners seem to have. Uh, it has like a husky grain and like straw quality to it, and there is some like spicy noble hops, but it's minimal. Which I mean, that's appropriate for a Helles style. The Helles is not supposed to be as hoppy or bitter as a pilsner. A little bit of a orangey character to it too, and then the back end it's very doughy. Uh, yeah, I think this is really well done. Um, it's kind of it seems like now a lot of places when they do a Helles, it's basically just a pilsner because they're usually overly hopped. Not necessarily with American hops, but excuse me, I would still call it Americanized because they're overly hopped. But this is definitely isn't. It has a little bit of balancing bitterness and some earthy orangey hop character, but it's more on the earthy noble side. But it's pretty mild. The malt is definitely driving this, but it's also pretty light in general. Yeah, I don't really know if there's too much else to say about it, just because it's such a simple beer. But to me, that's a good thing. Like if you're making a Helles, if it's bad, if it's a bad one, I'll have a lot longer of a review than a good one because a good one is supposed to be simple. If it's a bad one, it has all these flaws, and it would take me longer to draw out all those weird things. But that's not the case. Um, and I actually did get a comment from somebody recently that said, "Oh, you rate so many of the beers that you review on here, like buy or drink. You know, you seem kind of biased or whatever. And it's not a bias. It's just most of the beers that I buy or that people send to me are from breweries that I already know make quality beer. So if they're gonna fall in my wheelhouse, if most of their stuff falls in my wheelhouse, then yeah, I'm probably gonna like it. There's definitely occasions where I have stuff that I don't like that are from breweries that I usually like, or just other stuff that people have given me, or I trade for something and doesn't end up being what I expect it to be. But most of the time, like this place, I went here once and I liked what I have, so I expect the cans to be good, and if they're not, I'm going to call it out. But if they're probably going to be good because I already liked other stuff that they made. So that's why I'm glad. I'll rate and drink anything, but if it's the stuff that I'm rating that are things that I buy, they're going to be stuff that I already am seeking out and that I expect to like. So that's why that's the case. Um, but yeah, on this one, this is I don't want to say this is like necessarily better than anything available locally in this style, but it's just as good. So because of that, I'm gonna give this a drink. I bought this individually in like a big mix pack, so I don't remember exactly what it cost, but I can't imagine it was very expensive, given the style and everything. So I would definitely buy this again. It's a well made beer. I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.